Shit the bed. Well, howdy, folks. Come on in.
All right, man. Sorry about that. trying to get
Yeah,
stuff,
that's okay.
trying to get stuff going.
Right. Good to be back.
Yeah, man. Took a little break.
Yeah, we had a break last week, but back at it again this week, and looking forward to covering a new segment on this show. Um, Basically covering the video nasty slasher titles. And we're going
Yeah,
to kind of do this in
right.
episodes or like volume. But
Yeah,
yeah, we're looking forward to this.
yeah. All the slashers of the Nasties.
Yeah, and there's quite a few actually thinking about it,
Right.
Plus, there's a couple of different lists, so once we do the 72 list, we can go on to the others. Then there's always going to be kind of content there.
Right.
But yeah, you've had a busy week, haven't you? A lot going on.
Yeah, man. It's been kind of crazy this week. Got a lot going
Yeah,
on with family and trying to get all my priorities in order. We're fixing to go out of town next weekend. Be going to Texas Frightmare.
yeah, that's
Um,
awesome, man. Hopefully try and meet Barbara Steele.
yeah, man, that's really the one that I'm probably the most excited to meet is Barbara
Right.
Steele. If I can meet Carpenter, cool. But whatever. I'm not
It's
standing in
whether
line
you
10 hours. I'm not doing that
exactly.
shit.
It's whether
Sam
you can.
Raimi's going to be there too.
he's another one is going to be a mile-long queue for that.
Right. And then you got the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Most of the cast is going to be there. You got most of the cast from The Thing is going to be there.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
It's a packed show. I mean,
so hopefully people will like all the lines might be divided, and you might get a chance to get a couple of the big ones. But like I said, I don't think Barbara Steele will have that much of a line.
No, and you got the little girl. You got the little girl Megan. She's going to be there.
Right. Okay.
She's going to be popular. You know,
all the youngsters are going to be around there, aren't they? But
and then they added some more guests. They got some chick from I know Curly Jaws would like that shit. That damn Evil Bong movie. They got some chick.
Oh, right. Okay.
From one of them movies, and she's also in Ginger Dead Man.
Right. I can't imagine there'd be too much of an interest in her, really.
No.
Although you never know, do you? You never know with these things.
Right. Yeah.
I've never got on with those films at all.
No.
A lot of those Charles Band films, like I just can't watch.
Yeah, no, I'm not big on that. A lot of that shit, man. I mean,
I do like Tourist Trap, but that's about it, I think.
Hell yeah, Tourist Trap, yeah. That's
definitely the best one.
That's lightning in a bottle,
though. yeah. You know? What was the follow wasn't great, to be honest. Quality was bad.
Yeah, man, we got the chat is blowing up, man, and we got one person in here. That's fucking awesome.
That's cool. Good to have whoever it is. Good to have them on board.
Yeah. But yeah, in case, nobody heard, we're going to cover the first 3 slashers of the video nasties, and we're going in alphabetical order. So the first one is going to be Absurd. Be covering. Yep. I'm going to go over this one.
Okay. What release is that? I don't have that one.
That's Severin.
Oh, right. Awesome. I like that cover. I got the old 88 Films one.
It's got the soundtrack in it. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with the same track, is it? I've been thinking about getting that, actually.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, I got that. One of them Severin sales they had. And then we're going to cover the Grim Reaper. Or Anthropophagus, the Beast.
Yeah. Right. I don't have that on Blu-ray actually, because I got skanked a little bit on 88 Films brought out the DVD.
Okay.
And by all, I didn't think they were going to make a Blu-ray of it, so I ended up buying this, and then the Blu-ray, of course, came out after that, and then but it's pretty much no extras on it, just like a documentary from a Grindhouse documentary. This is the best version I got, though.
Oh wow!
It's a 2-disc. And I mean, it's good enough. I'd like to have it on Blu-ray, but I mean, it's good enough on decent print.
I'm gonna hit that Severin table at Texas Frightmare, so there might be, and usually David Gregory's there. I know a lot of people are pissed off at him or whatever, but he'll cut me some fucking deals, man. I mean,
right, go for it, man. If you get that lens, he said, I cannot say nothing but high things about it, because I watched Syndicate Sadist a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
and that's fucking awesome as well, isn't it?
I told you it was, yeah.
Yeah. I remember you saying.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
So I've watched 3 of them, and it's like 3 from 3, really, all good.
Mm-hmm.
So I would highly recommend that box set, even if the other 2 ain't that good. It's still worth it just for them 3.
Here's the third one we're gonna cover.
I think you got the same one as me there. Yeah, the Arrow release. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I did have the old DVD, but I couldn't place my hands on it. Probably boxed up somewhere.
Yeah, but how you want to do this, man?
Do you want to just? I don't know if you've got the whole film like scene for scene written down, or have you just got like random notes?
Pretty much for Absurd, I do.
Awesome. If you like, you could
it's
kind
not
of go
like
through.
it's
Go on.
not like detail. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
but it's good enough to get you through it. I mean, I got a synopsis wrote down that I came up with. You know what I mean? My own synopsis.
Right. Yeah. Go for it, man.
But so Absurd. It had other names. The Italian name of it was Rosso Sangyu. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Rosso Sangyu, or which translates to red blood. What do you call it? Anthropophagus 2.
Right.
Zombie
That's
6.
gonna be hard to say.
Yeah. Zombie 6. Monster Hunter.
Right.
Horrible. The Grim Reaper 2. Some crazy shit, man. I didn't know all that, but so it's directed by Joe D'Amato. It's written by George Easton. And George Easton plays Mikos Stanopoulos, which is the main antagonist. And like they say that this is like a ripoff of Halloween, but I really get more vibes of Halloween 2 with this one.
Right, with the hospital, yeah.
And the whole, thing with the eyes and shit.
Right, yeah, I can see that.
That shit too.
It's like the early character, what the guy from Pieces plays, Edmund Purdon plays a priest in this, and he's kind of like the Dr. Loomis character.
Yeah, he's just like Dr. Loomis
from Halloween, and but I can see where you're coming from. It's kind of a mixture for me of the two,
right?
Like Halloween 1 and 2, but
his name in this one is Father,
right? Yeah,
or priest.
Yeah. And he's got this terrible, dodgy European accent.
I mean, they couldn't even give him a name. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, looking to, like, because I've never really paid attention before, but he literally don't have a fucking name.
Right. Yeah.
Unless
I think he only turned up for like 2 days shooting, maybe.
Yeah.
And you can see like it's not his best work by a long way, and he kind of phoned it in, so to speak.
So Emily, you got Annie Bell playing Emily. You got Charles Borromel playing Sergeant Ben Engelman. These cops are like the dumbest ass cops, by the way. They're sitting there fucking with the priest, and he's like telling. It's kind of like the whole, he's trying to tell them the shit, and they ain't listening to him, But
he's I don't know if eagle-eyed viewers would spot like the police detective. I was like shocked to find out he's actually born in Scotland from the UK, and I couldn't place. I knew he was in a film, but I just couldn't place it. So I had to look it up. But he's in Umberto Lenzi's House of Lost Souls, a TV movie, which I recently saw.
I've seen him in something before. You talking about the sergeant?
Yeah.
I've seen him in other things. I can't.
He's been in a few, but yeah.
But and you got Katya Berger, who's playing Katia Bennett. That's the girl she's confined to a damn bed. She's got like a spinal injury. Man, this is so much like Halloween. I mean, this is the Italian version of Halloween. I mean, straight up.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been saying
I'd say Halloween 2 or some shit, but
right, yeah. I think this is, for me, this is probably the best Halloween rip-off film.
Yeah,
I think honestly ever made.
Yeah, out of everybody. Yeah, you got
Anthony
the best
in here. Italian.
Got Anthony in here. He said, "Yo, what's up, guys? I'm sitting in McDonald's drive-through. How are you fellas doing tonight? Man, we're doing pretty good, man. It's been a crazy week, man. I had a procedure at the hospital, and I've been running around with my business and trying to get things prepared for next weekend, and then I got a brand new interior I just started. I mean, it's been insane. The shit. My time has been stretched in so many different directions here lately.
Right. Yeah. Kind of a miracle that we got to do a show this week, to be honest.
Yeah, man. I wasn't going to cancel again.
Yeah. No, I understand. Life things do get in the way.
Yeah, and then like my son graduated kindergarten, and he had a field day and shit. So
yeah,
so I had
and
to do
it's
that.
kind of, unless you're actually doing a podcast or a stream yourself, it's kind of hard to like. Sometimes you just take for granted people's streams like Dead Pit, Dana, but it's kind of quite a bit of work that goes into these, and
Yeah.
you can't just turn up and wing it,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it proper, like, so I gotta
Yeah,
watch. I gotta watch everything I'm going to talk about. I gotta at least do that, and then I gotta take some damn notes on what the hell I want.
right,
So that's
exactly.
just how
Yeah,
it's got to be for me. I'm like that. I don't want to half-ass nothing. And if somebody corrects me in the comments, I'm cool with that too, man. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
let's see. Holland says, "What's up, guys? What are you getting, Anthony? What are we getting, Anthony?" Oh,
When
you talking about
does he
Texas Frightmare? I don't know.
Oh, right.
Let's see. Damn, Dirk's been busy as fuck. Yeah, man. It's been crazy as hell, man. But we're gonna get into this damn absurd, man. Like, so I'm gonna go ahead and read my interpretation, synopsis, whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Oh, Holland's asking it. Okay, I see now. Okay. So a doctor priest or a scientist, doctor, priest, whatever, is chasing a superhuman mutant man that has regeneration abilities. While trying to find him, the priest is held up by the police while Mikos is on a killing frenzy and goes to a house with kids being watched by a sitter while the parents are away watching some NFL at a friend's house, which I thought was fucking strange. But
Yeah,
Katia is confined to her bed, recovering from an accident, strapped down, can't move, while the madman is loose upon her home. This is considered the Italian version of Halloween. I've said that. It's really like Halloween 2 in many ways. Yeah, man. That's just like the brief summary
right.
what I get out of it.
Do you want to go? What we can do is go over our thoughts and then certain scenes if you want as well.
Okay.
Or if you want to run through the movie, it's entirely up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mikos, he's like a man that was experimented on by the Vatican. And it was like sanctioned by the Vatican, so a scientific experiment gone wrong and shit. And like his blood coagulates, is the way I understand. Like gives him a healing ability, so he can't die, really. So
I think the only way you can kill him is pretty much like a zombie, is through the head.
Yeah, you gotta take his brain matter out.
Right. Yeah. I did read that this is kind of a prequel to Anthropophagus, but I don't know,
Well,
accurate that is.
Well, this is actually supposed to be the sequel to Anthropophagus,
Right.
but George Easton hated the script, so he rewrote the sequel to Anthropophagus and they made this movie instead.
That's right. Yeah. And all he had to go on was they were going to have an opening scene where this, monster guy obviously is with his family and they're shipwrecked on a boat, and he basically, to survive, he's got to kill his son, and then that was going to be the opening, but then George Eastman kind of went back. He included that scene later on in the film, but he went back and rewrote the whole thing, and I think he's done a really good job. I think this is kind of underrated.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the shit out of George Eastman, man.
Oh,
every damn movie I've seen him in. Have you seen Rabid Dogs?
Yeah, I've not seen that one yet, but
dude,
I've burnt a copy of it ready to watch.
He is the grimiest bastard in that movie, like the scummiest. You think Thomas Milan? I mean, he's right neck to neck with Thomas Milan.
I was surprised that he actually he wrote Stage Fright as well for Michelle Swaby.
Yeah.
And obviously Michelle Swaby ends up in this film.
Right. And he's a horrible fucking actor, though. He's a great director.
Yeah.
He's not a very good actor. I mean, we've seen him in what, Gates of Hell, City of the Living Dead.
Right, he's in quite a few. Yeah, he's directed Cemetery Man. You know, but yeah, he was kind of he met up with Joe D'Amato apparently. I think it might have been a while back, and he came on the film to see. You know, he wanted to learn a lot about how films were made and all that.
Right.
And he ended up basically almost being like an assistant cameraman in some scenes I've read. I don't know. Again, I don't know how accurate that is, but he certainly was behind the scenes a lot. After he shot his biker scenes, he stayed on set, and he was pretty much a bit of a gopher. He'd go for help them out.
Well, he's like a true. He's a true. He loves film, so that's what I found out about him. He really loves the whole process of doing this shit. You know. So that's what made him a great director, I believe. You know.
But, oh God, yeah, underrated.
But I'm glad he found his niche, because it sure the hell wasn't acting. That's
right. Yeah.
You know, he's a bad actor, man. But
I think we got a little bit like, because when the Italian sort of horror industry back in the late 80s, it kind of just went shit its load really. And then he went into TV, and we kind of got like, part of me wishes he made more films. Michelle Swaby, I'm talking about. I know we're going to go off on tangents and stuff, but yeah. But I find that quite interesting that George Eastman's actually quite a really well-renowned writer as well. Which kind of, you know.
He's not as a boogeyman. He's not just a big ass crazy fucker, you know.
Yeah. It's like, as a boogeyman in these two films we're going to talk about, first of all, I think he does a fantastic job. In some ways, to me, he's more frightening than Michael Myers.
Because he ain't wearing a mask. He don't speak, so I mean, his facial expressions are a little over the top, a little bit, but I think it works. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they could have even gone on and made more. You know, I'm happy they made the two that they did. Yeah, and again, we'll come on to the next one in a bit, but yeah, I love this film. Like, to me,
the experiments that they were doing on him, it made him into a raving fucking madman. So,
right.
The Vatican priest, we'll just call him Father, because they, you know, I guess Eastman couldn't think of a name or some shit. I don't know what the hell.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's like kind of weird, but we'll call him Father Loomis. But so he helped create him, you know, and he's like, well, I gotta stop him. It's the whole the same fucking story, pretty much. But so the only way to stop him is to the cerebral mass, the brain, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he's trying to get away from the priest, and he gets caught on the fence, I guess, and he kind of pulls him down, and it cuts his guts open.
Yeah.
So he's like got his guts and shit, and he makes it. That's Michelle Swaby? He attacks the motorbike dude.
Yeah.
He attacks the motorbike guy after. Oh, that's way after. I'm getting fucked up. Maybe you.
No, it's okay. So we got early on. We got like a hospital scene as well, where he he pretty much takes out this nurse with like, is it like a hand electrical drill or something? He puts through her head, and that's like an amazing scene.
It's like a surgical type of drill.
Yeah, and that's got to be seen to be believed, because when I first watched that, I was like, "Fuck!" It just looks so real. It's kind of similar, because we got another one that comes up as well, where this guy gets like a bandsaw through his head.
Yeah.
And if you've seen City of the Living Dead, you'll know, you know, what you're in for. This film, I'm going to say it again. It's all about the gore, really. It's
just man.
Fantastic.
And Eastman, like the kids, even, man. I dig the characters in this movie. Like there's some intense moments. I mean, it's pretty insane. But
I thought the little kid with the curly perm hair.
Yeah.
I thought he was kind of bad, to be honest, but it kind of works anyway for the film.
Yeah, but some I found out, him and his sister are, real brother and sister in real life. So
Really?
yeah, because Katya Berger and Casimir Berger is his real name. Hold on, I see Venicio's in here. What's going on, man?
Oh, nice one, man. Good to have you watching.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're in here. Many people we can get in here. I mean, it don't matter if there's nobody in here. Yes, but it's always nice when somebody's in here.
Yeah, anybody got any thoughts on these films as well? Just put them in the comments or any questions. And
we're talking about Absurd, Anthropophagus.
But I had no idea they were brother and sister then. I took me by surprise.
That's the three, just in case. Just letting everybody know. Yeah, man, they're brother and sister in real life, and they were their son. They were the kids of damn shit. I should have wrote that shit down. I didn't. There's an actor.
Yeah. I think I vaguely remember. Yeah, reading that. But she does a really good job. I think as a final girl, she is superb.
Yeah, and the whole bit with her in the bed, confined to the bed, strapped fucking in. Yeah. She's got a spine injury. She can't do shit. And all she keeps hearing is a bunch of fucked up shit going on in the house.
Right, yeah.
Man.
She is kind of fucking the way she takes on this killer. She is fucking brutal, man. But, she's only the killer must be 6'8", something like that, and she's about 5 foot. Yeah. And it's kind of really interesting. They get like a bit of a stalking / chase going on in the house. I think the last 20 minutes of this film is as good as any slasher you'll ever see. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people won't,
No, I think Absurd, out of these two, though, man, I think Absurd is, to me, I think it's a stronger film. But
I think so for sure. Yeah.
But Anthropophagus, it'll grow on you, man. Like, you might not dig it at first. Watch it a couple more times, man. It's got a damn good mood, man. The storm and shit, and the fucking ghost town, and just the whole premise of what the fuck, man. Like, that made this motherfucker like he is and shit. Yeah, it's pretty.
We'll come on to that because I got.
Yeah. We're getting off subject a little bit.
But so basically, then this guy, he's kind of just wreaking havoc. He's taking people out. He's taking people out one by one, and then he gets sort of drawn into then this place where he earlier showed up, where Dirk was saying earlier, as he sort of hurt himself on the fence, and he turns up at this house.
Yeah, and he's got his guts in his hand and shit. And like the little kid, I guess the little kid opens the door, right?
Yeah, the mother,
He scares the shit out of him, and so they call the hospital, and like we've kind of all over the place a little bit, but
no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I got a load of notes, but then none of them are structured or anything. But it's fine. So like you say, he kills a biker there, and then it's basically cat and mouse.
Oh yeah, and then Mr. Bennett fucking hits him, right? Hits him with the car.
Right, yeah.
Like a hit and run and shit. That's like a little subplot and shit. He keeps
that guy was
was
terrible actor. That guy was with the glasses.
He hits his ass and just drives on. He's like, fuck it, I ain't telling nobody. Fuck it.
No, I just want to go home and watch the fucking American football.
I just want to watch the Steelers and the fucking Rams playing.
That was bizarre because you can quite clearly tell that this is in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to Americanize it.
Right.
Like, which kind of works for something like Pieces. I can get around that. It does kind of work. But for this film, it's definitely Italian. Like the villa, the actual villa that he stalks is all Italian. You can tell the countryside, the road, and all that. But and then we have we have two babysitters, don't we?
Yeah, because the one babysitter, she's kind of a bitch to the little boy. He's wanting to watch the damn football game, and she's like, "I don't give a shit what you want to do," and shit.
Yeah, and we are kind of spoiling the films, yeah, ain't we, a little bit?
Yeah. We're fucking.
I was glad to see her get off, to be honest. I think by a
she gets a pickaxe to the head, and it's so fucking weird looking when she gets hit in the head with that pickaxe too, because it's like the horrible acting that she did when she got hit with that axe. Like, it's a fake ass cry. It's like the worst shit, but it works good for me, man. I'm laughing my ass off.
It just works. It's the same with our little kid when he starts pretending to cry.
Yeah, man. He's pretty fucking bad, ain't he?
But for me, we're coming on to the best scene of the film is you've got Annie Bell, and people know her from House on the Edge of the Park.
Yeah,
she's blonde. She's incredibly fucking stunning in this film, I think, as well as that last film. And then she gets her head put in an oven.
Yeah, he forces her ass into the oven, and you're like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, you know.
And he don't pull away from the camera, pull away from any of the shots. You can fucking see her head, kind of going redder and redder.
Yeah, it's like changing, like the makeup effects for the time had to be pretty damn good. God.
Like, and when you realize, they actually only made these films just to make money,
right?
And he said they were like a really low budget and all that, but that oven scene could pass, pass nowadays as a decent scene,
And that's pretty original too, man. I don't recall too many fucking horror movies where the killer is putting somebody's ass in the oven and holding them there.
Yeah.
In the fucking oven while they fucking bake, while they bake in the oven.
I can remember a couple of maybe microwave kills with heads, but nothing like this. This has got to be seen to be believed. Like, for me, that is by far the best scene of the film. But there's so many good ones, like I said earlier on with in the hospital as well. But and then
the little boy, he's kind of like the little boy in the original Halloween, where he's talking about the boogeyman's coming, and that I mean, it's on the fucking nose, dude. Like,
and she does actually, before she gets killed, do you find this funny when she kind of lets the little boy kind of gets rid of the little boy and says, "Oh, go and get help," and she pushes him out the front door where this fucking giant of a fucking killer is.
Yeah,
I thought that was fucking funny as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't think with this film is kind of meant to be funny.
No,
like we'll come on to the last film.
Right.
But yeah, so I was pissing myself laughing at that. And that last 20 minutes where this I don't really think you could say crippled, because she's going to get better, I think, eventually. But this young girl,
what's her name? What's her name? Emily, right?
Kat. Is it Kat? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Emily.
The blonde girl
in the oven and shit.
Yeah.
She comes back on his ass. You think she's fucking dead? She comes back on his ass and stabs him in the back of the fucking neck.
And the makeup effects on that was fucking amazing.
She looked really fucking creepy, man. All her hair burnt the fuck up. And she stabs him in the neck. I mean, in the back of the neck. And then was it scissors? And then he takes the scissors from her and stabs her fucking ass in the throat.
Right,
Gets rid of her and shit. And
it's all brewing up nicely then to like I said, the last.
Yeah, the little boy's off to get help. And then and Katia, she's struggling. She's trying to get out of that damn bed, and the little boy's banging on the door and shit, screaming for his sister to help him, like, help me, all this shit. She's like, I'm coming, just hold on, all this shit. And you're like, fucking hey, dude, he's coming any minute,
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That scene's pretty intense. I think.
Oh, the whole last 25 minutes.
And that score too goes perfect.
Yeah.
That I can't even. I'm not going to attempt to do that shit. But,
no, it's amazing score actually, unlike the Greek score we're going to come on to in the next film. But that's
so he finally gets she's by the door. She finally gets out of the bed and she's by the door, and he busts through the fucking door and grabs her hair and shit. And then I guess he gets in there somehow. And then she grabs a fucking compass of all things that she's been drawing these fucking circles. Like the whole time she's been, tortured to boredom to her fucking bed. She stabs him in the fucking eyes with that compass, both eyes. And it's like, brutal, bam, there's Halloween 2 again, motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because
then she's totally got the upper hand then in that kind of, the two of them are cat and mouse and all that, but he kind of gets
she's all hiding from him, and he's slashing around about trying to get her,
Yeah. So meanwhile, the priest then comes back into it.
Yeah. Mr. Father Loomis, he shows his ass up,
Yeah.
And
he kind of has a bit of a, little fight with the
a little brawl with him, but he's overpowering his ass, and then Caddy, she's got an old medieval fucking battle axe from a medieval suit of armor.
Where the fuck did that come from?
They had a suit of armor.
Right. Okay.
With like the full soldier with the battle axe.
As you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
their house looked like a fucking castle too,
Yeah, it's like a massive villa, isn't it? But the ending to this, I tell you what, it's gotta be.
She cuts his head off, and
it's fucking top. For me, it's possibly top 10 endings of all time. It's right up there. I tell you what, I'd put it with is Pieces. Reminds me a little bit of Pieces, where she fucking, you've got the boy in Pieces early on.
Yeah.
But then when the family turned up, then the last shot of the film is fucking gold, man.
It is, man. She holds that head up, her little brother's smiling at her and shit, and it's just
she's drenched in blood.
Yeah, she's got blood all over because she hacked his fucking head off, man.
Fucking amazing ending, honestly. And then you've got, it just plays out with the music then as well to add to it. It's fucking superb film. Again, I don't know who's in the chat or anything. If you've ever seen this film, I'd like to hear other people's thoughts. Because I got.
Let me read these comments right quick.
Yeah, go on.
Benicio says, "I support whenever I can, brother." Yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. I know you're busy. Dude, I feel your pain, brother. I've been busy as hell too. Holland saying, "Hey," to Benicio. Holland says, "I haven't seen these, so I ain't got any comments." And he's got a laugh face.
Right, definitely need to get this one.
Benicio says, "I got the limited slip box that came with these two Severin."
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah, man, I missed out on that shit. I got these on a sale, so let's see. Benicio saying, "What's up to Holland?" And Benicio says, "Haven't watched those since they released it." Okay, yeah, I've watched them a couple times, man. They're definitely like, I'll watch them probably once a year, kind of deal. Some way, somehow. When like I start going through D'Amato, D'Amato, when I start going through his shit, I'll get these kicks, man. I'll start watching all their shit,
He talking about the director as well. The first film he put his name to was a 1973 giallo called Death Smiles on a Murderer. Have you seen that one, Dirk?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's got Klaus Kinski. Plays a bit of a fucking madman, which
he's always a fucking madman. He is a madman in real life.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a decent one if people haven't seen that one.
Death Smiles on a Murderer's top tier giallo.
Decent Arrow release of that as well. But yeah, I think this is his. I know Dirk could probably think Beyond the Darkness is probably his best film. Would I be right?
Probably only because of this. And I mean, the reason is I knew it as like growing up. I seen it too damn young, and I knew it as Buried Alive.
Yeah,
it wasn't called Beyond the Darkness when I watched it. It was called Buried Alive, and yeah, that's probably why, man. Because I remember my friend Matt. He was like, "Dude, you got to see this movie." it's the grossest movie you've ever seen, and it's an Italian movie. And I think that's my first Italian horror period that I ever saw. Like,
right, yeah, because we covered it on the Eurocult podcast, and
yeah,
and that's a great film in and itself. You know, this is kind of totally different. This is basically a slasher, but with that film, there's all sorts of different genres to it.
And like I said, I was way too damn young to be seeing some shit like that.
Yeah. I do prefer this one though, if I'm honest. But Beyond the Downs probably be second.
Yeah.
Out of his film, but I like the Giallo we did as well. So yeah,
I can see that. But yeah. So D'Amato produced Stage Fright, and he said that it was the best movie he ever produced out of all young directors that he was pushing. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was very proud of Suave, or however you say his name.
Michelle Suave.
Suave. I always think of Rico Suave and shit. I don't know.
Right.
But Absurd was D'Amato's first film where they was speaking in English.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's his first one. And it's strange because it was mostly for the foreign market, you know.
It was purely made for money. He actually admits that.
And it says the working title was The Door of the Beyond.
Right, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Till I was doing all this research on it. It was like, what the hell?
That's mad. That's quite. I do like the Absurd title. I bought it on DVD and it was called Horrible. I think it was the French title.
Right. Horrible.
But the first time I actually watched this was on an old Hollywood DVD, and it was the Grim Reaper cut, which is completely cut. There's like at least 5 minutes.
The skin rabbit scene was gone. Oh no, I'm thinking of Anthropophagus. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what was cut. That's what I'm thinking of actually. Anthropophagus. We haven't come on to that yet.
Yeah. But Anthropophagus was a Grim Reaper.
Sorry, it's kind of easy to get mixed up on the films.
Right.
But yeah, like I say, I got nothing but good things to say. The score I will mention is by Carlo Maria Cordio, and it's a little bit over dramatic at times, but like Dirk said, that theme that keeps playing throughout. Certainly,
it's
with
like a steady, shit is going down kind of music.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
and
you gotta get your
ass. The
ass.
moment the action ramps up, you get this sound very much like before, Jaws, when you hear the build up to Jaws. With this, where the killer is at all times with the way the music is, and very underrated. I'll have to try and get hold of the same track. You said you got the same track in your Blu-ray copy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to get that on actual vinyl or something.
I could probably, like I said, man. Yes, the soundtrack's in there. See?
Yeah.
But I could probably get.
I can definitely buy it because I think the guy I get off the UK supplier, I think he got it on his website as well. So it's just a question of just getting round to it,
Yeah.
But I will get that for sure.
But
have you got any more to say on it? I'm just looking at my notes now.
Yeah. No, I think that's pretty much all I got for it. I mean, it'd be a good one to. It'd be a good one around Halloween time, I think. I mean, if you don't want to watch Halloween 2, I mean, put this shit on. It's almost the same damn thing.
I stick this on at least twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. It's right up there. I could go on forever about this film. But just one last thing. Did you realise, like, when the kid is actually watching a film during the movie, he's actually watching a Joe D'Amato porno film, which they changed, called Black Sex, I believe, and they actually changed the dialogue. Obviously, so it comes across as like obviously it's not. It comes across as just a normal film.
That's
in
fucking
the
nuts, man.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy. Yeah, but yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah.
Anyone who hasn't seen it, I'd highly recommend it.
Highly recommend. Now, this next one we're going to talk about, Anthropophagus, aka the Beast, aka the Grim Reaper, aka the Savage Island.
Yeah.
You might not really enjoy it on the first watch. It's one of them kind of movies.
I didn't. I went back on my Letterboxd account to see what I scored this film originally, and I scored it 2 out of 5, and I really didn't think that much of it.
Wow, 2 out of 5, huh?
Yeah, but I went back this time and I scored it 3.5 out of 5. I've done a complete 360 on it, basically.
Yeah, man.
I think it's got room as well to maybe become an 8 out of 10 for me, because I'm all about, as you know, you're the same as me. I'm all about atmosphere, and this film has got that in
it's got tons of that shit. And
yeah, you know, I think a lot of people were let down by it because they expected gore.
It's got Zora Karova in it.
That's right, yeah.
From Cannibal Make Them Die Slowly, Cannibal for Rocks.
Yeah. She's also in.
I like her in damn near everything. You know.
Yeah, she's in Touch of Death, a Fulci film. Sodom's Ghost. I think Lucio Fulci actually presented that. Oh no, he might have directed that actually. And Luna de Sangue as well, a 1989 Giallo, which I've never seen, but I know she's in that as well. But I was surprised with her as well to realise that she actually got an uncredited role in The House with the Laughing Windows.
Oh,
and then when I went back,
I just watched that not long ago, and I
but you
movie,
blink and you miss her. She plays like a waitress.
Damn. Okay.
So
but her character in this movie we're about to talk about, her character, everybody thinks she's a nut job, but she's actually the one that's right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'll go through the cast. I'll go through the cast.
Go on.
You got Tisa Farrow, who's the lead actress. She's playing Julie. I'm probably butcher his name, but it's okay. Saverio Vallone.
Right. Yeah.
Andy is Andy, and George Eastman is Claus Wortman, which is pretty much the Beast character or whatever. Margaret Mazzantini is Henriette. You got Serena Grande as Maggie, and you got Mark Bowden as Daniel. You got Bob Larson as Arnold. Rabina Ray is Ruth Wortman, and Zora Karova is Carol, the one that's right.
Yeah. And you've got Tisa Farrow, who you just mentioned. The way she actually got the job was she actually Joe D'Amato had actually seen her in Zombie from 1979, but she did actually do a giallo in 1976 called Strange Shadows in an Empty Room, where she plays this blind character. And if you can kind of dig that one out, you know, might be able to get it online. It's a really good film.
Damn.
But what I found funny was Tisa Farrow was actually she'd made, obviously her sister's a very famous actress at the time, you know, starred in the Roman Polanski classic and all that. But she was actually taxiing in New York at the time.
Oh no shit, that's what's her name's sister then? From like Rosemary's Baby?
Mia Farrow, yeah.
Oh no shit, I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah. Because I kind of get them mixed up sometimes. They do look very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, go on.
I can see the similarities. That didn't even cross my mind though. I didn't even put one and one together, you know.
Because she did do, like I say, a couple of. She went to Italy and done a couple of horror films. Like I think it was like 3, but it wasn't her main job. She was, like I say, she was taxiing in New York. I think her sister pretty much got that, you know, was a better actress by a long way. But I think she does a good job in this. I think she's kind of underrated.
she's solid. I think she's a good lead, man. And so, like the way that the film, so this was filmed in March to May in 1980, and it was filmed in Greece, Acropolis of Athens, and in Sperlonga, Italy.
Yeah.
So the film starts out, there's a German couple, and I was getting thrown off there for a second, like going back and watching this. It's been a little bit, but I've seen them talking. I was like, what the hell? Like they're speaking German. So I was like,
yeah, that throws me off every time I watch it.
I had to throw the subtitles on and shit. And anyway, so a German couple visiting this remote Greek island, go to the beach, and the girl's like talking about how cold the water is. It's like icy cold, right? She says some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he's saying something about, well, you shouldn't go swimming. You just got through eating. She's like, I ate one sandwich or some shit. Anyway, she swims out to a boat that's, empty for some weird ass reason. Swims out there and shit, and she gets turned into a cloud of blood.
Yeah.
And then of course, what's his fucking name? I don't even know. What's his name? Danny or some weird shit.
I'm not sure the character's name.
Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, he's sitting there, got his headphones, these big ass headphones on, jamming out, just kicked back. I guess he's sunbathing or some shit, and he gets a meat cleaver to the damn forehead,
Yeah. And it starts off as well with this really strange, like, Greek music.
Yeah,
man.
On
the opening shot.
I don't think the very first shot is very crazy because it's like zoomed in on a goddamn cactus.
Yeah.
And then it zooms out real fucking quick. Like, you're like, what the fuck? You see that same shot later again, too.
Right.
It's so strange. Why is it
the music is bizarre in this film throughout.
Yeah.
It doesn't kind of go with the actual film, the music, but
right.
I don't know. It kind of adds to it in a way. It's hard to explain.
Right.
But yeah, go on. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
You're good, man. I see Bob's in here. What's going on, man? Glad you're in here, man.
Yeah, man.
We're just talking about these damn crazy ass nasties. Right here, we're talking about Anthropophagus, but damn. Yeah, I lost train of thought.
So they're on the obviously the first couple get killed.
Right.
And then we kind of
there's a group of friends, right?
Yeah, focus on a group of friends then.
Yeah. It's like 5 of them.
And they're basically kind of Tisa Farrow's character tags along with them because she wants to go to one of these islands in Greece.
She's trying to bum a ride off of them. Yeah, she's got some friends on one of the islands over there.
Yeah, and there are a bunch of different characters. You've got a heavily pregnant lady as well, played by Serena Grande, who was quite well known for her role in Delirium, a Lamberto Bava Giallo from 1987. And I think she's in Olga's Strange Story in a 1995 Giallo. That's well worth a watch if you get a chance.
Okay.
But yeah, that comes into play a little bit as the film goes on as well with the pregnant character. But basically, you've got this madman, or we don't actually know, do we?
We just see somebody breathing heavy, and like the group of friends. There's one, the chick Carol, who's Zora Karova is playing. She's like looking at some tarot cards, reading the cards for people, and she's like, "There's no future." So that means that something bad's going to happen. And they're all like, fuck that. We're just going to go to this island anyway. We're going to go anyway. And they're all like, she's crazy and shit. And she starts throwing the fucking tarot cards in the water. So I didn't know what the hell that meant either, but.
No. She's, like you said, she's really good in that character. She's kind of, at first, she's kind of unlikable, but as the film goes on, like you say, she ends up being right.
Yeah, she's fucked. She's a fucked up character. But the whole thing, the purpose, I think, of her throwing the tarot cards in the water, it's like, what's the fucking use? They don't want to listen to me, you know?
Yeah, there's that as well. Yeah, definitely.
Like, she believes wholeheartedly in this shit, these tarot cards, and they're all looking at her like she's an idiot. But she turns out to be right, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So they end up then on this like deserted like Greek like island sort of town village or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But something's like amiss because there's there's hardly any inhabitants there.
It's a ghost town, and there's an old lady specter type looking figure in the window, right?
Right. Yeah.
Looking at him and shit, all creepy and.
So, but the atmosphere, like the build up to that, is I think it's really good atmosphere. A lot of people say it's quite slow, and I get that as well. I do understand people saying it's slow because I did on first watch.
Yeah.
But kind of guess it's creepy throughout because like you say, the music doesn't go with the film, but it adds to a strange creepiness about it, and we kind of find out like little clues here and there then of what's going on.
Yeah, you keep finding these dead bodies, these rotted corpses, but there's like different corpses that are different stages of their like rotting decay, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of them are fresher than others. Some are like fucking all fucked up. Like they've been there a while.
Right, yeah. And there's a great scene. I'm not sure if we're coming on to this in a bit, but there's a scene then with that girl, and she jumps up, and she fucking starts maniacally.
Yeah, man, the blind chick. Comes out of that fucking barrel of blood. Like, is it like a barrel of blood?
Yeah, it's like a barrel. Yeah, I don't know if it's like
just stabbing, like in a stabbing motion, stabs fucking Danny, right? Ain't that Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets stabbed.
Crazy scene. I think it's in the trailer. I'm sure it's in one of the trailers.
Yeah, it's a great scene, man. I've seen it on the. There's a poster art too for that.
It's kind of a famous. There's a few famous scenes in this. For me, one of the best scenes in this doesn't really imply any gore or anything. It's when they're like stranded in this like villa or this sort of rundown mansion.
Yeah.
And there's a storm going on, but then you get this flash of lightning and you see this fucking killer in the corner of the room.
Right. And you don't see his ass. The movie's like an hour and a half. And you don't see him. You don't actually see him until what, 50-something minutes in.
Yeah, well over halfway-ish. Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people
is fucking great.
I think a lot of people bitch because, but I think that's more effective, man. The whole buildup of this film, you know, the way it's the atmosphere, like you're trying to figure out what in the fuck's really going on, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But when you see that iconic shot, though, I'll put it up here right quick. I got a picture of that.
Yeah.
That's the shot right there. You can't really see his face, but the lightning flashes and you see him.
Yes. Yeah.
I can remove
as effective as anything you'll ever see. I think in a slasher film, it's really effective.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, that's probably one of the most standout scenes. But we got
the way he looks too. You know, he's wide-eyed and shit, and
he's maniacal.
Yeah, he's creepy as fuck. He's a huge motherfucker. He's like 6'8", like you said. You know, like George Eastman ain't a little guy. You know, he's a fucking massive force to deal with.
Yeah. He kind of looks like you got leprosy as well there. He's losing his hair.
I guess he got burnt, sunburned.
Right, something's going on.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, and the whole backstory with that is quite good as well.
Right.
Where he's stranded, like pretty much him and his wife and their young son are stranded on a boat. They think their young boy is dead. Basically, they got no food, nothing, and he decides that he's got to kill his son to survive. And that sort of is the backstory, which leads up to him being the way he is now. Right. There's some great scenes we could cover as well with the pregnant lady.
Yeah, the pregnant lady hurts her ankle, and So she gets left behind on a boat, and she's with the owner of the boat, and he cuts the fucking that dude's head off, right?
Yeah.
And then she pulls a bucket of, like, she sees his head in a bucket and shit.
Right. And then what's the come
and
after
that head in that bucket looks shitty though. I gotta admit, that looks pretty fucked up. You know,
the gore effects I don't think are as good in this as
just that one. Now the guts are real, right? Oh, that's real shit.
Yeah, I think it's like sheep's guts or maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And the actual, I don't know if you want to mention the pregnant lady.
Oh yeah, we're gonna mention that.
Her death scene is fucking,
that's brutal as fuck, and the whole idea behind it is insane.
And it looks so realistic as well if you know what they actually did. I don't know if you want to mention it now, might as well mention it now. But he kind of jumps on her stomach and then pretty much rips this baby fetus from her nether regions. And man,
he takes a big old bite out of the shit, and and it was really a skinned rabbit.
Yeah, and it looks so effective. It does actually look like a fetus if you look.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with the lighting and the way they shot it. You definitely couldn't make that shit today. Not that way.
No.
Definitely couldn't do it.
So basically, then, he's just going around fucking killing these people right, left, and center.
And then there's that woman they kept seeing, like they're going up the stairs and shit, and she fucking hangs herself. She fucking hangs herself. Like, what the fuck?
For fucking no reason at all.
That threw me off. But
like I say, for me, I first saw this as the Grim Reaper on a Hollywood DVD, American Hollywood DVD, and it was cut to all hell, like, And I think that's why I based my really poor rating on, first of all, if I'm thinking rightly, and then.
So you didn't see the uncut version?
Yeah, basically. Okay. Now I kind of really like this one now. I think this is solid. I don't think it's never going to be in anyone's top 20 or top 50 slashers of all time.
Right.
But it's effective little creepy little film that needs to be seen a bit more, I think. Not just because of the video
atmosphere. I think the atmosphere in this one is a little better than
it's better than Absurd, yeah.
Because Absurd's more like more traditional slasher type.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah. This has become, obviously, all these are on the video Nasties list, otherwise we wouldn't be covering them. But this one became quite famous for those scenes we mentioned.
Oh yeah, and then you got so I was kind of confused though, like with the Carol. So did he bite her? Did he stab her in the neck? Did he bite her in the neck? I was just that one part where she just comes walking up and her fucking neck's fucked up. She dies.
Yeah, I don't think it's shown, is it?
I don't think it showed him bite her or anything, but I just assume he did.
Yeah.
And then
maybe there's more.
It's Rita and Julie's left, and they run up in the attic, and he's like, fuck it, y'all go ahead and go up the attic. And he goes around up on the fucking roof. Fucking comes through the fucking roof on the Rita.
That scene again is another great one. Actually, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
But the actual suspense in that scene is fucking great.
Yeah, man. He pulls her ass through that roof, and her face gets off. And the way they do the makeup, I thought was fucking killer, because he pulls her ass, her face through the shingles, and it fucks her face all up. So the shingles fucked her face up. It's fucking great. And then he bites the shit out of her throat.
Yeah. For the actual amount of budget they were on, which is next to nothing, he's done a fantastic job with the gore in this film. And I think that's why it's going to be most famous for the the pregnant woman with the rabbit scene and all that. But I think it deserves a little bit more credit than what it's getting, just because of that. The video
hardcore the hardcore, they know this film, you know.
Yeah. Oh
So,
yeah, absolutely, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I actually think this is possibly gonna go up at least a point or so in my ratings.
yeah, I give it a probably I give it a solid 3 out of 5
Yeah,
for
probably a
me.
little bit less than me.
Okay, 2.5 or
Like
something.
I go 7 out of 10, 3.5, 3.5. But
Oh,
I
three
might
and a
even
half.
I might even raise it, to be honest, because I was just blown away by it this time round. I don't know why. We
Yeah,
all get to the point where you watch a film and it just clicks with you.
right.
I'm starting to get that a little bit more recently with different films, which is good,
Yeah,
because some stuff I've actually thought was not that good in the past. Now I'm starting to like. But it goes two ways as well. I've definitely had films I like a lot from my youth that I watch now, and I think, fuck, that's shit.
right.
Uh, but yeah, what can you say about this film? Is just it's definitely one that needs. Yeah, people need to go out and watch it. And now you've got no excuse. Now we've got decent,
Yeah,
decent versions.
you got some good releases, and it's not that expensive either from Severn. If you want to, I know a lot of people are boycotting Severn, but whatever.
Yeah,
I
being
don't give
that
a
as well.
shit, man. I don't care about the politics of all the bullshit of physical media.
No,
You know,
it's
I don't give a shit.
ridiculous.
Let me
It's
buy the
ridiculous.
shit, and
Yeah,
if
I
I want
mean,
to
I've
watch the
I've
shit, I'm gonna
seen
buy it.
I've seen people on YouTube slagging off different companies. Yeah, they still buy them.
Right?
You know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, is you know, that's there's a lot of websites that you can cover them first of all and see what you're getting into before
Yeah,
you
if you don't
actually
want to
buy them.
directly buy from them, I understand. Just you
Yeah,
got other means to do it, you know.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But like
Um,
at the end of the film, though, we can't leave out the fucking end
no, no.
because he gets gutted with a fucking pickaxe, and then that motherfucker is, I mean, you see the whole backstory of his family
Yeah,
before we kind of skipped that. The whole backstory is he actually got stranded at sea
yeah,
with his wife and his son, and his son died, and he's like trying to eat his son, and his wife's like no, and he's got the knife out, and he
right.
accidentally stabs her, and then he fucking just loses it, and they've been in the sun for fucking days probably, and I guess he eats her and him, you know.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
he
Just
gets I guess he gets cursed or some shit, turns into this fucking other flesh eating fucking beast fucking madman.
yeah. I
You know?
think it's just. I think it's just turned his mind. He's just gone completely insane.
Yeah, kind of like a
Obviously, he's
dog.
got some kind of leprosy going on, or like you say, burnt in some way.
Yeah,
But yeah, then like you say,
kind of
coming
like
up to the ending.
they say like a pit bull should never taste blood.
Right? Yeah, yeah,
Go back
exactly.
to
Yeah.
his animal instincts, like just pure mad. But
But the final, I don't know if you want to mention it. The final shot, I'll let you talk about where he gets his guts ripped open.
oh yeah, he gets the guts ripped open, man, and then he just starts fucking eating his own guts, like,
Yeah,
and then
totally random.
he
Um,
falls down dead, and it says the end, and you're like, okay, cool.
and again, I think D'Amato knew how to fucking end the film. I'll give
Right.
him that.
Yeah, man.
And
It
a
works.
lot of
It works
people,
for
yeah, a
sure.
lot of people like don't really give him credit. I don't think he's more of a cinematographer, but I think he's some of his stuff is solid. I know he went back into doing porno in the 90s because he
Oh,
started off
really?
with porno. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Um, and then like he was having quite a bit of stress. I heard uh, through some film company or something to do with one of his films, and it gave him that much stress he had a heart attack and died. Because George Eastman mentions it in one of the interviews, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
But
Look at
but if
look at
you
here.
notice, Mike,
Look at what Holland said. He said, "Give Dirk free shit or fuck you."
Exactly.
Because well, this was a stream a long time ago. I was pissed off. I think it's Severn.
Right.
Somebody. Yeah. Well, I was pissed off at one of them, and I said that shit on one of the streams. I was like, "Give me some free shit or fuck you."
Give me some shit or fuck you. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were pissing me off with my order or some shit. I can't. Hollow was there though. That's funny that he said that. Sorry, man. I got a little distracted.
No, that's all right, man. I think when the film came out as well, like obviously he had a heart attack and passed away, but going a little bit before that, when the film was released, George Eastman mentioned that he was in some cinema for I think it's like at the Metropolitan in Rome, this big theatre, and only 3 people turned up to watch it. There was him, and there was a couple in front of him, he said. And as soon as, that, I think it's a pregnant lady scene happened, the couple just got up and left him on his own in this theatre watching the premiere of this film. It only had like 2 days run as well, which is quite strange for a cinema release at that time. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But it was just basically like the last film I mentioned, just purely just to make money.
Oh yeah.
But there's a good little film in there somewhere, I'll tell you.
Yeah, man, it's a cult classic, man, for sure. And it seems like I remember that cover though, back in the VHS.
Oh
days.
God, yeah, that's covers everywhere. Yeah. Funny you should mention that, but I was going to say it actually turned, obviously a video nasty, but this actually turned up. There was a clip of this played on UK TV in the news, and they actually turned around in the news clip and said that this was actually a snuff film. That scene with the pregnant lady was real.
Oh, they marketed it that way.
No, they actually said on the news that was real. Say someone's doing a news, but yeah, that's fucking crazy, isn't it?
That was in the UK though, right?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, the fucking video nasty shit.
Yeah. There's also a scene they shot in the film as well. I don't know if you remember it. They're in like Roman catacombs, and they're like 2,000-year-old catacombs in real life, when they got all the bones ruins. And all the skulls. Yeah,
the ruins where like what do they call it? The Black Vatican.
Right. Yeah.
Catacombs of the Black Vatican or some weird shit.
So the set designer apparently at the end of the shoot, or the end of the day shooting, actually grabbed all these like bones, and because it was all intermixed with like real and not real.
Yeah.
And they ended up taking them all back to Joe D'Amato's house, and he said he had real fucking creepy shit.
Skulls and shit. Oh
yeah.
Man.
He said it was really fucking creepy stuff.
That's fucking.
So we had to offload that quick. Also, another little thing is I know what Eastman said, he's not proud of the film. He didn't really like the film at all. But a distributor forced them to use Ariana Grande, the pregnant lady, because they thought she was going to be an up-and-coming big star at the time. She went on to, to make like a few Charlie films, like I mentioned earlier. But man, she couldn't act. Save her.
No, her role was perfect in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like put her on the back burner. Like the ones that steal the show to me is definitely Pharaoh, Tisa Pharaoh, and was it Zora?
Zora, yeah, the girl from Cannibal Pharaoh. But talking of Tisa Pharaoh as well, she was actually had a relationship with Joe D'Amato's brother. That's how we got to know her as well. Even though we'd seen Zombie, I'm not sure if she got in a relationship with his brother after Zombie or before. I think it was previous. So he knew her anyway. So that was always a plus to get her on board. But that was kind of interesting. And the only other thing I've really got is obviously the film was panned by the critics. Still to this day, I don't think a lot of people really like this film.
Yeah, man. I know that, like, this is the thing with me. I don't give a shit like I know I'm not trying to be ugly or nothing to anybody, but you know we're talking about these movies. I know there's people this is not like fucking Scream or fucking, you know what I mean? It's not gonna, these films we're talking about are none of that shit. This is gonna be like, not many people are gonna be into this shit, but you know, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just being blunt as I can be. We're just doing this shit because we want to talk about shit. So
yeah, like I'll wax lyrical about these first two films. I think definitely if you haven't seen them,
I mean, I'd rather talk about these type of films. You know what I mean? Like everybody else is talking about all that other shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't need to do that shit too. You know what the fuck?
Exactly. How many fucking Scream 6 reviews or whatever? I just can't be doing that shit. So,
I mean, you might get a lot of views and shit, but whatever. You know.
This is just done.
I'm not about all that.
Exactly. Yeah. We said before, this is just done for pure passion for the genre, you know.
Yeah, and trying to let people know about some of these movies. There's people that don't know about these damn films. So.
Well, yeah, I always say to Dana as well, because Evil Dead chick, I know she's doing a stream at the moment on her channel.
Right.
But if you can just get the word out over some of these films, even if one person watching this now decides to check these two out, then it's all worthwhile to me.
Yeah, like Chris C, man, like he wasn't in the Giallo.
Yeah, yeah.
He's getting big into it now. Like he's really found the passion for it. Like, but it's not for everybody, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, he actually messaged me on Instagram. I've been watching his YouTube videos. He's a big slasher fan, like you say as well.
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd be in the chat. I was hoping Giallo Submarine would be in the chat as well to kind of get a date for him to come on. So if he does get to see
we got started a little late.
Yeah, that's fine. If you do get to see this on repeat Giallo Submarine, let me know, because you got my Facebook. Just let me know. Because Dirk, you was saying, what's the next available date? Was you saying? Is it June 12th or something like that?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Let's see, because I'm trying to get Gizmo on June 3rd.
Oh, okay. So it'd be.
Let's see. It's gonna be.
Is it the 9th or 10th? It should be.
So it'll be the 10th.
Right. Okay. And yeah, so if you're watching this, you don't have to be on just one film either. If you want to do a top three of a certain director, or if you want to do a group of 3 films you think go together, that's fine as well. As long as I say, I'm by your name, Giallo Submarine, I know you'll kind of be Giallo anyway. As long as it's Giallo or slasher, then it's fine by us.
Right. And I think Gizmo wants to cover something that's, what is it? Paul Verhoeven. That's what he wants to cover, those type of films.
I have to get Gizmo to say what films.
Yeah, and they're going to be more obscure, not like the bigger ones.
Yeah, so. As long as if you give me like a week to try and track some of this down, some of the films down, then it's fine. But I'm a big fan of like Basic Instinct, so I wouldn't mind talking about that as well.
And I wanted to mention this too. Pop's Movie Dungeon just had a birthday. So
yeah. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday to him,
I did see a bit of the video. Yeah, I hope you're having a good one and enjoying it. Enjoy your week off, man.
Man. Well, man, you want to get into the very first splatter film ever made?
Right, yeah, this was, I don't know for you.
That'd be Blood Feast.
Yeah.
Herschel Gordon Lewis.
This is
1963, right?
1963, a very important film in terms.
And this is the true. I know he shares the same title with Fulci, but he's the original Godfather of gore.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
Fulci
definitely
shares that title with him, but he's the originator. Right.
This is where it all started, basically.
Right, and the acting fucking sucks. It's a horrible fucking acting.
It's a fucking horrible film.
Yeah, it is. But
yeah,
I can watch it though and get some entertainment out of it.
Yeah. It's just over an hour long as well, which
it's short time.
it's
There's
great.
some good gore gags. There's some good shots though. Like I think like the tongue scene, the tongue scene for sure.
Right, absolutely, yeah. So just I haven't got like a synopsis or anything, but just going over it briefly, the storyline is basically we got this guy. He runs his own
Ramsey.
sort of Fuad Ramsey, I think it is.
Ramsey.
He runs his own sort.
Like so, it's kind of like the Ramses of Egypt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think is he kind of related to him? I think might be related.
He might be like they might be trying to say like he's a reincarnation or some shit, but he worships Ishtar, and this is something I was going to bring up about that because I know a little history on Ishtar, the goddess.
Right. Yeah.
The sex goddess Ishtar is where the word Easter came from. So, yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Like Easter is not even in the Bible. The word Easter is not even in the Bible. It came from Ishtar, and around the world she's known as many names, like Dionysus, Diana, but also Semiramis, the sex goddess, and she was also considered the moon goddess. So she was the moon, and this is like where, and I'm going into a whole history tangent. Sorry.
No, that's fine, man. That's fine. It's all good.
So polytheism is the very first in the history of Semiramis, Nimrod, and Tammuz, right? So Semiramis was the mother goddess, Nimrod was the father god, and Tammuz was the sun god. So that's the three polytheism. It's where paganism started.
Right.
Was from them.
I didn't know.
Man, they had these big bloodlust ceremonies, and so the women would get pregnant during this time. They would get pregnant. There was sacrifice of babies, and they would dip. They would dye ostrich eggs in the blood of babies.
Ooh.
That's where the dyeing of the eggs came from on Easter Sunday.
Right. Bloody hell.
That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Because when I was a kid, man, I always thought, like, what the fuck does a bunny rabbit and an egg got to do with Easter, right? So, but I was always told, well, that's just the way it is. No bullshit. That ain't just the way it is. The bunny rabbit represents sex.
Okay.
And the egg represents what do you call it? Having a what do you call it? There's a shit. I know I'm going on a tangent, but
no, it's fine. It's fine.
What does the egg represent? Like the baby. There's a word I'm missing the damn word.
That's okay.
But anyway, the bunny rabbit and the egg, it's like definitely has to do with sex and a baby, like a child, right?
Yeah.
And also, Semiramis Ishtar supposedly came from the fucking moon in an egg and crashed into the river. There's a famous river, the Euphrates River, right?
Fuck me, man, that's some deep shit.
Yeah, man. So, but that's what's so crazy when I'm watching Blood Feast, because he's like worshiping Ishtar, and she's an evil fucking deity, obviously.
Right. Every time I watch this film as well, I pretty much I don't watch it a lot, if I'm honest. But when the Ishtar name comes up, I always think of Blood Diner, which we can talk a little bit about later because it's kind of an unofficial sequel,
right?
Which I love a lot more than this film.
Yeah.
But so you've got this guy. He's
Ramses, like in the ancient Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's got his own catering business, and this lady. In the meantime, like early on in the film, these women start getting killed. There's one in the bathtub early on.
Yeah, he cuts her leg off. He just takes her leg.
It takes her eye out as well.
Yeah, it takes her eye out, and you can tell that's red fucking paint. You know.
Oh god, yeah. Don't watch this film expecting to see.
Yeah, this is 63 though.
Amazing.
And it's in Technicolor, so that's pretty
it
cool.
It did look surprisingly good, actually.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray, I was like, big gobsmacked how good it looked.
It's really cool because it's in Technicolor. You got gore for the first time. I could imagine being in 1963 watching this shit. You know.
Oh god, yeah.
Nobody's seen no shit
like red paint, you can tell. Yeah. But back in the day, I bet people were freaked out.
Right.
So this woman then, you know, her daughter's having a birthday. She goes into this shop to see this catering guy, Fuad Ramsey, and asks for, like, you know, what he can do basically for a birthday. And he says, I can do like one in a lifetime Egyptian feast.
Yeah.
That hasn't been done for, is it? I did for how many years? Thousands of years or whatever?
5,000. Yeah, 5,000.
5,000 years, man.
Yeah.
And so she just goes along with it. Yeah, that's fine.
You notice how she looked hypnotized by him?
Yeah.
Like he hypnotizes her ass into that shit.
And that's totally fucking random as well when he hypnotizes. There's nothing mentioned about that before.
Right.
Or after. It's just, crazy.
Got the super close up of the eyes, you know, just like Fulci. Just like Fulci does.
Yeah. Even Joe D'Amato did in a couple of the
a lot of the Italians, yeah.
But yeah, this guy then, obviously, we kind of find out early on that, you know, we know it's him anyway from the first scene.
Yeah, he lets you know. It don't hide nothing.
No. And he's a weird looking guy. He's got kind of a limp, or he drags his leg along.
This got some of the best acting I've ever seen in a movie too.
Really?
Like the cops and shit.
Oh,
I mean, everybody. Fuck everybody. But I'm gonna tell you the best is that fucking Connie Mason.
Right.
She was a Playboy playmate. She takes
the blonde,
yeah, she takes a cake, man. She's
oh no, I thought the worst one was you know, the boyfriend of the one, the girl actually gets killed in front of him, and then the police are interviewing. Yeah. Is it the beach?
Yeah, he's fucking horrible.
Yeah. And then the police are interviewing the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was pissing myself laughing how bad he is. It's got to be a top 5 worst performance ever.
Yeah,
the way she's trying to
go back and watch her shit where she.
Oh yeah. I think the only guy I liked, you know, acting wise, was the killer. Really, I thought he'd done a good job. He just plays it.
And also the girl that he cuts the tongue out of. Okay, he cuts the chick's tongue out, and her face is all fucked up, and she's in a hospital bed. How can she fucking talk?
Exactly. Would she come out with fucking? What's so funny about that scene as well? She just kind of comes out and gives him a clue who the killer is and all that, and then just fucking dies.
Etar.
That's right, yeah.
And then the cops like Etar.
She says it's some like old guy or something, didn't she? Just jumped out on her or something like that, and then she just fucking dies. She got like two. I don't even think she got holes for the eyes, have she?
No.
Or is it just wrapped in bandages? It's so funny.
She's like saying Etar, and then the cop finally puts it together. Etar. Ishtar.
Oh god, yeah. What's so funny as well, like, I know we're jumping the gun a little bit, but the way the cop and the fucking daughter actually find out, you know, it comes to them, they kind of twig what's going on.
Yeah, because they can't figure shit out for a long time.
And just to help the fucking plot of the film, it's totally random, but they're actually doing a class on Egyptian fucking, you know, history, as you do, you fucking do.
Right. It's just that's crazy. So convenient that everybody's learning about Egyptian culture.
Exactly. Just as all this is happening.
Yeah.
And you can see fucking Herschel Gordon Lewis writing that in, thinking, how the fuck we're gonna get them, you know, to realize what's going on. But yeah, this film is not going to be for everyone.
No, it's not. But like the history of it, like it opened the doorways for the splatter film. So I could definitely see it.
Do you actually think this was a parody, or do you think this was played straight? It's got to be a parody.
It's got to be like they're having fun, man. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think they're taking that shit too serious. Like, yeah, there's so many, like the Connie Mason chick, like the playmate. Her name is what, Suzette in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, Ramses convinces her to lay down and close her eyes.
Crazy, man.
Like, she is the dumbest motherfucker.
You think? But then again, you know, he's putting everything on the line. There's no way, you know, he's about to kill her as well. Because at that point, no one knew he's a killer.
Mm-mm.
And I thought that was quite strange as well. Would you just put everything on the line, kill her?
You got all those people in the other fucking room.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be putting together this feast. I thought he was gonna drug everybody and shit the first time I seen it. I thought he was gonna drug them all and then fucking, murder them that way. But
I think he was just planning on murdering her and just fucking going on the run or something. I don't. It's very strange.
Yeah,
very strange.
But it's not supposed to be like, this is not one. This is not one that you're gonna be like pondering. Fucking, the wheels of the brain aren't gonna be moving on this one.
No, this is one. If you're planning on watching like a double feature or something, just slap this on first, just to.
Or you can put it on in the background. But it's for historical purpose. I would I highly recommend, if you're a splatter fan, a fucking slasher fan, this is the original, man. Like, I know it's not the greatest, but this is the fucking originator. Like, so.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. But and I mean, you can get the Arrow release now for like £9 UK, like maybe $11 in the US or whatever.
Yeah, I probably paid too much for mine. I think I paid 30 for mine or some shit.
Ooh. But yeah, I first saw this on a pre-served VHS, which is probably the best way actually to see it. Even though it's nice to see crystal clear and all that, it kind of, like Texas Chainsaw and films like that, it kind of gives it a little bit. Yeah. Even though it's not real, it kind of gives it a bit more authentic look. But
the gore is there though. Like,
I can't knock the Blu-ray because
that was a cow. That was a cow's tongue or a sheep's tongue.
Sheep's tongue, I think. Yeah. And like you say, it's the relationship with that young girl as well, the blonde girl you just mentioned, with the cop. I'm sure he's twice her age.
He fucking drives off somewhere and is like, hey, like, she's like, this ain't where we're supposed to be going or some shit. And he's like, he's trying to get his he's trying to get it on with her.
Yeah. There's no way that girl would look at him twice in real life. No way whatsoever.
No, she's a playmate. And then the pool scene. The fucking pool scene.
Yeah.
It's
fucking mad.
I mean, there's no point. There's no reason for that pool scene.
Yeah.
At all.
And it's exactly,
it's not even that good of a fucking to look at. I don't know, man. But I don't know.
But it was like I said, the film's 67 minutes. I think it's probably about half hour too long. It could have been
a 50-minute feature. See, Anthony says, he says this movie sounds fucking bizarre and kind of funny. Oh yeah, man.
It's definitely yeah. I don't know how it was coming across from what me and Dirk are saying, but it's fucking definitely bizarre.
Yeah, it's batshit insanity, man. Like Herschel Gordon Lewis, like, I mean, I'd rather watch his shit than Andy Milligan, though.
Oh God, yeah, every day of it. Yeah. But yeah, I think I
love that Andy Milligan. I just
don't know. I think I watched a little bit of where I just
really. I'm a history nut, man. So I had to have the first splatter film. I'm gonna say it. I know.
This is part of a trilogy as well. Did you know?
It was a blood trilogy. Yeah.
2000 Maniacs and Color Me Blood Red, which apparently I do own, but apparently it's got like a giallo vibe to it. Or So I'm gonna.
I haven't seen those other two. I need to hunt them down because I did find that out. Yeah.
Definitely get Color Me Blood Red though, because like I say, for my red, it is like Giallo-esque.
Right.
The film was filmed in Miami, Florida, for $24,000.
Oh, you can tell this is Florida too, man. All through and through.
Right, I wouldn't know, but yeah, if you say that, yeah.
It's got that Florida vibe, like kind of like Nightmare Beach.
Right, yeah. I get that, yeah. But $24,000. I was wondering where the other 20 went because fuck me, man. They couldn't spend much more than
they bought some
$4,000
fucking red paint. I guess they killed a sheep. I don't know how much the sheep cost, but
Yeah, exactly. But they did do a little bit of a gimmick with it when it first come out because they like you went to see this in the cinema. They give you like a vomit bag. I bet those are worth.
Yeah.
I'd love to have one of them actually because it'd be worth a lot of money.
So that was the first one that did it then, probably.
Yeah. I think didn't one of the I'm blanking on the name now, but one of the guys afterwards done things like that. I know.
I've seen recently Terrifier put out a vomit bag.
Right, yeah. There is a guy. He made some like proto slashers in the like middle '60s that did that as well. The producer Friedman, the guy who produced this film, he took out an injunction against the film just to like stir up like a buzz about just to get people going
interested.
To the cinema, basically.
Say it's controversial and shit.
Right, yeah. And it did make $4 or $5 million. So it was, it's well worth 10 times what it cost, really.
No
Probably
shit.
more than that. Probably more.
And
than
back
that.
then in '63, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that would have been, but
the guy again, a bit similar to Joe the Mat, that we was making. I wouldn't say they were like full-on porn films, but he's making like nudie cuties.
Yeah.
I think they're just soft core from what I can gather, maybe early '60s. And then he decided he wanted to go into the horror,
And then at the end of this movie, though, like he fucking, he's dragging his fucking leg the whole time too. Yeah. So.
Oh, the ending is hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah, he just runs and jumps off in a fucking back of a trash truck, and and they just fucking smash his ass with the trash truck, like while he's back there.
Fucking bizarre.
Like what the fuck?
Thinking, wouldn't you fucking know anyway that that's not the best place to jump into?
You're gonna jump in a trash truck. Yeah.
And again, even though he's got this bad leg, he's dragging his leg. He seems to be outrunning those fucking cops.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
Is it the power of fucking Ishtar giving him the power? Yeah. Like what the fuck? Oh yeah, we skipped the scene where he's whooping the chick with the fucking whip. And
that was bizarre as well. Yeah.
And you can see clearly he's fucking hitting the curtain.
Yeah.
With the fucking whip. Every time he whips her ass, he's hitting the curtain on the other side of her, and it's it's like paint or whatever.
Right.
That's hitting her back. I don't know.
Yeah, some of the scenes in this is like that ending as well. It's just comedy gold.
Right.
And maybe we're bigging it up a little bit too much now, but go in expecting just
man. It's the first splatter film.
Low expectation levels.
The first splatter film made with they say 24,000, but
Yeah, I debate that.
I don't know how they did that shit. Like you said, I see maybe $4,000 because
4 or 5 maybe.
These fucking people shouldn't have got paid. The actors.
Oh God, they're like they're not even theater level actors. They're just people you kind of must, because like you say, you got that play girl model or whatever, Playboy model.
The Playmate probably cost the most, and
I would
probably just threw her in there because she was not, the Playboy model, Playmate.
She was, like you said earlier, she was fucking horrible as an actor.
Bad, man, really bad.
But you get, that's what you're gonna get with this film. It did make, like, I gotta mention Jackie Kong, Blood Diner was an unofficial sequel made in 1987. And I highly recommend that film. It's got a great release by Vestron on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
If you could actually do the two, you could actually watch this one and then watch that. and as a double feature, because I know they even made another one, didn't they? They made Blood Feast All You Can Eat in the early 2000s, I think it was.
I haven't seen that
proper
one.
Sequel.
Yeah,
I think that's where this Ramsey guy, it's his grandson actually who was the killer in that.
Oh damn!
I've never seen it, but
I might hunt it down just to see what's the how the story changes with the whole
yeah,
shit with Ishtar. And shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Apparently, it's not that bad either. Yeah.
Right. Ishtar, that gold statue of Ishtar looks like fucking C-3PO or whatever.
Yeah. It's crazy. They did actually make a remake of this as well back in 2017, I think. 17, 18, something like that, which I've never seen, but
yeah,
I don't know whether I would want to dig that one out, but
right.
It's highly entertaining, and I'll give it that. And some scenes are just like you say, it's just the comedy gold.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully it's come across that we kind of warning you not to buy this film or anything if you can stream it.
Yeah, only if you're like really, if
hardcore.
you're a weirdo like me, and I gotta have all these fucked up nasty films, and or if you're just a completionist with slashers.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Yeah. Or if you like want to delve deep into the history of the video nasty, because would this happen to be the earliest video nasty? It's got to be.
Yeah. 1963. Yeah.
So in terms of history and all that, it's a notable film by far. But yeah, I don't know if you've got anything else. I think I've got most of my stuff.
Yeah, man, that's all I had for Blood Feast. I was gonna show a few things that I got.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no problem.
I'm not gonna show all the shit I got in, but I just got this in today, and I'm opening it right now. You know what that is?
Yeah.
You know what the package that is. So.
Right. Yeah.
But I do got to do. At some point, I need to do an update video showing all the shit that I've got in recently, because I got in a ton of shit.
Some really good shit in.
I got a ton of shit in from Alan, Pop's Movie Dungeon. Cut me a hella deal, man, on all the Forgotten
Shallow sets are fucking amazing. Yeah,
fucking awesome, man. The way they did those boxes and shit is fucking killer.
Yeah, you did do a very good deal on that, because those first two were worth quite a bit of money.
But so I got 4 in from Vinegar Syndrome finally.
Nice.
They always take forever, man, for me. But I guess I kind of wait too. I don't fuck around, and I don't buy the shit right away. Some things I do.
For the right prices there,
but none of these really were the right price. I guess this dropped a little bit, but this is Vacation of Terror.
Oh, I want that one. Yeah. I'm thinking about. I might even order that in one of the upcoming sales.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, from what people are saying, it's fucking good. Really, it's worth.
It's the same director as Don't Panic,
right?
Cemetery of Terror and Grave Robbers.
And I know everybody grabbed this one, but I don't think everybody grabbed the next one I'm gonna show. Right. I dig it. I dig it quite a bit, man. It's a slow fucking burn, but the payoff is fucking worth it. I promise you. And
right.
So, and this is a. I don't think there's another movie like this. This is a sexual cannibal film.
Okay.
Like, why the fuckers, like the people, while they're having sex with the people, they just start fucking eating them. Like fucking biting them in the throat and shit. It's it's nuts, man. And that's trouble every day.
I've never heard of that one.
It's a French film, man. I dig it, man. I had to grab it.
Is that a recent film?
This is from the early 2000s, I think. I believe.
Okay.
But here's I'm glad I got this shit. This is the partner label. See, Brian Goes Blue let me know about this because he'd heard me talk about it before. I was like, man, y'all got to check this film out. It is fucking insane, and it's a very slow burn. Damn, I can't think of the guy. The guy that's in there. He's in a movie called Buffalo '66, I think. You ever seen it? Have you ever seen it?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Okay. So glad to have got that, man. And then I got Irreversible.
Oh, nice. I've heard a lot about that.
Gaspar Noé film.
I think Chris Seagal had, didn't he, on one of his updates as well?
I haven't had time to really watch a lot of shit that people are doing. Here and there I have, but that's the
nice.
Yeah, man.
Definitely the release to get, isn't it?
Right.
The definitive release, probably.
But yeah, this is a fucking crazy fucking movie, man.
I've never seen that one either, and I've been told like loads about it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's kind of a hard watch, really. But
yeah, that's what I've been told. Yeah,
it's a damn good one, man. But I knew they were going out of print. They're gone now.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I did get another one.
So, yeah, fucking right, man. Yeah.
I grabbed two because I knew that bitch was gonna be gone. I was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, pay for itself, you know.
Right. But yeah, that's some I got in, man. Just got the vent. I mean, I placed that order a while back. I still haven't got my I still haven't got my Primal Rage. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But
has it come out yet? Have other people been showing it off?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Oh, right. But Lenzi almost directed that film.
Yeah.
At one point, and but yeah, man. I think I told Dirk earlier. I watched Syndicate Sadist.
Oh yeah, man, it's fucking great.
Fucking love that film, man.
I told you, man. That was in my damn top Lindsay.
Yeah, I just didn't have time to watch it. You know, when we done that stream, but
yeah,
fuck me, man. Those I'm starting to love because I downloaded a ton of those police.
You're liking the Policio Teskies.
Yeah, a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. So I kind of like the Giallo feel as well. They got to them.
Right.
So I've been on Realist and I've been looking at the ones I thought, not everyone, but the ones I thought that kind of got maybe Giallo elements. I've been downloading a ton of that shit. And if I like
man, I'll go ahead and show my shit off, man. I'll go grab. Man,
I got time.
Yeah, we got time. I mean,
no worries.
This is I mean, it's called Hour to Kill, but we usually go on longer than 2 hours. So I'll go ahead and show. I'll go grab the rest of the shit.
It's all good, man. All good. I'm gonna take a toilet break a minute.
All right, man. Yeah, man. So I thought that was fucking killer. That Scream Factory cell was fucking really fucking good, dude. I was like, what the fuck? I was glad I held out on a lot of these titles. Because I got them for fucking cheap. And the motherfucker, I got the original Candyman, came with the fucking poster too, which I thought was cool.
Oh, awesome, man.
And Piranha came with the Piranha poster, which I thought that was fucking awesome. So, yeah, got Piranha 4K.
Nice.
Glad to have got that. Show the back. And I got the Deer Hunter, man. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this, but highly recommend this movie.
That plays on UK TV at least once a year.
Okay. Yeah, man. You got Christopher Walken, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Them two steal the show. You got what's her name? Meryl Streep. But Walken steals the show in this damn movie.
Yeah.
And De Niro. Got Funhouse finally.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite slashes. I think.
Yeah, I mean, Tobe Hooper, man. You know, this film right here probably alone inspired Rob Zombie for House of a Thousand Corpses.
Right, yeah. To me, that's in my top 5 slashes of all time. I've even got the poster up in my living room.
So I got these. I got these for like 17 a piece.
Bloody hell.
And they were like, you know, when they first come out, they was hitting 35, 40, shit like that, 39, whatever. I got Candyman for 20.
Nice.
The original Candyman, not that fucking piece of shit that came out a couple years ago, whatever.
Have you got the UK Arrow release of that?
No, I don't.
They've done a good limited edition.
I was going to grab that. I never got around to it. I finally got the damn this Halloween set.
Oh man, nice.
So now I got all of them of the original. You know, fuck Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah, fuck Rob Zombie's fucking fan films. Yeah. They're the one. That's nice, man.
But out of these 3, 6 is my shit, you know.
Yeah, I love 6 as well.
Fuck Resurrection. I'm glad it's in here, I guess, just to complete the collection. H2O's like fucking Scream, and
I love H2O mind as well.
Michael looks fucking weird, and there's like 6 different masks. You got a goddamn CGI mask in there at one point.
I think with Halloween H2O, you just gotta treat it like any fucking Scream style slasher, and just have fun with it. Yeah, all the masks and like you're saying, it's all that's fucked up and all that. But I just go with it. I just highly get entertained by that film.
I got this Vengeance Trails set from Alan.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah.
Pop's Movie Dungeon. I mean, he fucking hooked me up, man. Comes with a nice, good sized book, you know.
Yeah, nice.
But let's see. So this is a Franco Nero film, Massacre Time.
Oh, right.
Western.
Yeah, it's the Western, yeah.
Then you got Klaus Kinski. This is a Antonio Margaretti. Is that how you say it?
Margaretti.
Yeah. And God Said to Gain.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
This is Massimo Dallamano's Banditos. And
right, yeah.
I know that's going to be fucking killer because his camera work's fucking awesome.
He's a great director. He was a great director, I should say.
One of these is a Fulci, but I think he went under a different name. I think it's this one. I could be wrong. My name is Pecos.
I've never heard of that one.
One of these is a Fulci, but he's going under a different name.
It's not Massacre Time, is it?
It might be. It is Fulci. That's Lucio Fulci. I'm tripping, man. His name's on there.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was reading something else. Franco Nero's a fucking actor. I'm tripping. Yeah. But that's that Vengeance Trail set, man. And I fucking, hell yeah. I'm glad to get that shit.
Yeah.
I like the spaghetti westerns, man. I dig them.
That's a subgenre I need to get into. But I'm happy enough with the police films at the moment.
Came with a poster too. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I will get to them at some point.
Then I grabbed these. Yeah, I spent some money on this shit here, dude. But you know, it's worth it. Volume 1, Forgotten Jolly. Look at these fucking boxes, though. Fucking killer.
That is fucking awesome. Because I've only got the standard release of them too, the first two. But those boxes are fucking amazing.
Yeah, man. They got the blade.
Yeah, and the quality in those boxes as well. You know, the actual feel of them.
Yeah, they're thick as hell.
And they go the old way as well. You know, decent extras on them as well.
Right.
Highly recommended.
So I got Trauma. Got that one.
That's the one I have seen out of them. It's okay. I wouldn't say it was great, but it's worth a watch. I wouldn't go overboard on it.
I haven't seen none of these, so I'm excited about that shit. The Killer is one of 13.
Right, I've seen that. It's a good one. That's a good one for sure.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Then I got Police Are Blundering in the Dark.
That's one I've heard is kind of low budget, kind of cheap looking, but I've never seen it.
That's fine with me though, because I've already put it in my mind. I'm trying to get every genre.
Yeah, just go in with low expectations. That's what I usually do.
Yeah, I mean, just saying, I'm trying to own them all. Hopefully.
Yeah, I've been trying for a long time.
Yeah.
I've got 90% of the Blu-ray releases worldwide of most titles, but there is some I need to get.
But that's the Volume 1 Forgotten Jolly set.
Yeah.
And
great artwork as well.
Fucking glad to have gotten this, man. So glad that Alan let me get these for what he did. And here's Volume 2.
Yeah, man, that's a great set, Volume 2. That fucking My Dear Killer on the cover there.
Yeah.
I've recently gone back and watched, and I fucking love that giallo.
I mean, this shit's killer, man.
Yeah, the quality in films gets better as they go on.
I mean, I like how they do that shit with the box when you take that shit off.
Yeah.
See that damn baby doll's getting stabbed, and you got the eyes in the dark.
Yeah.
Shit. It's fucking cool, man.
But look, those first two sets are worth quite a bit of money.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I've seen them, like, they go for like $250 or some shit on eBay.
So what's the films in that one? That's My Dear Killer.
The French Murder.
That's another good one, mind.
The French Murder.
There's like a bizarre, like Humphrey Bogart look-alike in that film.
Okay.
But don't let that put you off. I think it's like set in France, if I remember rightly. It's really good. I think it's got Barbara Boucher as well.
Okay.
I don't want to hype it up too much in case you don't like it, but
yeah, no. I mean, it's fine. I mean, the girl in room 2A.
That's decent. I've only ever seen it once on like a crappy VHS rip or whatever.
Okay.
But it's kind of good. It's creepy.
Okay. Cool. And then My Dear Killer.
I love that film. See.
Yeah.
I went back to watch that recently on that release, and it looks great.
Yeah, it got George Hilton in it, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
highly recommended, that one.
Right. Usually George Hilton's good. I mean, usually they're good when he's in them.
Oh yeah, that might blew me away. I did, to be honest.
Let's see. I got this backwards. Okay. That shit just looks insane to me, though. Look at that.
That's great, isn't it? And I've heard that they're maybe not doing any more, are they? From what I've read or what I've heard, and that'd be a travesty if they don't do any more.
Well, if they don't, I'll be all right because I got them. I'm glad.
Yeah. I'd love to get fucking volume 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all that. But
right. Okay, so then I got. Hope I'm not boring you with these.
No, man, I could talk fucking jolly all day long.
Yeah, here's
I'll let you know what I think of the titles if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, man, I haven't seen none of these so far. None of these so far. So
you're in for a treat, man.
Yeah. So this is volume 3.
Yeah. I've got that box as well, and it's fucking great.
Okay. There's the side art.
The way
they do the damn thing, man, on these.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a travesty if they don't ever do any more.
They look great on the shelf too, man. Like,
yeah.
Because I'm gonna get into them. I just got a lot of shit been going on here lately. That's kind of when I took the box off.
Right. If you want to cover some, well, we're going to cover some of these anyway, knowing what what we like in that.
Yeah.
I'll be well up for it.
Pull these out. So this is Crazy Desires of a Murderer.
That's one I haven't seen. It's on my list to see. I've heard kind of mixed things about it.
Right.
But I don't. It's not horrible or anything. But it's just not kind of a top tier giallo from what I've read. But
right.
I don't mind covering it in the show, watching it first time with you if we do something down the line.
I said, well, we're at the 2 hour mark now, but that's why I was like, well, let's just go ahead and do it because I needed to do an update of some kind with these.
It's all good, man. Yeah.
Murder Mansion. That looks.
I love that film.
Okay, cool. Is it kind of like a ghost? Could it be like a supernatural or no?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's what can I say without giving it away? It's very creepy. It's very you'll love it because I know what you like an old dark house kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Gothic. Yeah, I think you'll love it. You like a slow burn as well.
Oh yeah, as long as there's a good payoff.
The atmosphere in that is brilliant. Yeah.
And then Autopsy.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Okay.
That's another good one. Kind of weird one as well. As to do with like sunspots.
The art looks fucking weird. I mean, shit.
Yeah, Mimsy Farmers in it. It's definitely well worth watching. It's not quite top tier giallo, but it's not far beyond.
Right. But that's like I said, man, I can't say enough for Alan hooking me up with these, man, like he did.
Yeah, he's done you
fucking
really
awesome,
good deal there, man.
Because he could have easily fucking made a lot of fucking money with those.
He could have doubled or trebled his money easily.
Right. Here's volume 4, which is Killer. Yeah. I've seen this one. The Killer is Still Among Us.
Yeah, I fucking love that film.
That's a fucking great one, man. And it's
you liked it, did you?
I love that with the fucking
the gore knife in the end of that film is
the knife fantastic. On the side like that. That's fucking awesome.
That's the one with Sister Ursula as well.
Yeah.
You've never seen that, have you?
I haven't seen that.
Oh man, you've got to see that.
Okay.
It's
I got plenty of movies I gotta see. I got a pile of them. But
at some point we'll be doing that for like Eurocult or something. Sorry, dude.
Oh, you're good. These have been open, so he checked these out, which is fine. Sister Ursula.
Oh man, yeah.
So there's
that's a great
there's a fucking dildo killer going around or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a big old dildo.
Knowing that won't take anything from the film.
Okay.
There's lesbian action going on. There's also. I think it's a lesbian.
The Killer is Still Among Us, though, dude. Like this shit.
I thought that was a fantastic film. That gets shit on by a lot of people.
This was made in 1986, and this is pretty ambiguous. At the end. Like it's not, like it. I think it is what the title says.
So like it's basically based on a film, a serial killer called From the Monster of Florence.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was at large at the time as well. That while that was being made, there's another film made exactly the same year called The Monster of Florence. I've got the Blu-ray of it. If you want to get it, it's like you can get the German release on Amazon. Right. And the two of them play really well together. I think The Killer is Still Among Us is the better one,
Okay.
But the other one's worth watching as well. Leonard Mann stars in it. The other one. So yeah.
I see. Holland said, "Pops, Pops opened the lesbian action one." Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's a bit lesbian. If not, there's certainly with the one sister. It's I think funny enough, it's not lesbian. She ends up on the bed, I think, playing with herself, maybe.
And then I got Arabella.
Oh, Black that film's fucking wild, man.
That looks sleazy as hell. Just
it is. It's very like, I think it's like 1990s, like the early 1990s. It's,
I get the vibe of that. What was that weird one that we watched that Steve picked on Eurocult?
Fatal Frames. Yeah, it's got that vibe.
It looks like that type of film.
Honestly, it's got that vibe, definitely.
Yeah, but
it's like sleazy fun.
I love that artwork. The way they did that. They put
That's probably my favorite box. But the next one you're going to show as well has got one of my favorite films in.
Okay.
That I've recently watched. So it fucking blows me away.
Yeah, and that's this is volume 5, the latest one.
Yeah.
It's fucking killer.
I mean, you gotta love that.
Yeah, man.
With the spider's web.
And you got the kind of see that shit. That's cool. That's tripped out too.
That cover there from White Dress from Marielle is fucking like it's called Spirits of Death. It was called before.
I like that image right there. That's creepy looking. That's some creepy shit. And then the box again. So you got some weird shit going on. Is that a gun? Yeah, somebody pointing a gun.
Those boxes, so much effort's gone into those releases.
Yeah, man.
Unreal.
Yeah, he didn't open none of these. So let's see. White Dress for Marielle.
That film, same director as Nightmares in a Damaged Brain.
Oh shit. I'm gonna love it already.
Honestly, right, the first hour, you like a slow burn, so I think you'll like it. But then the last like half hour is fantastic. You just action. But the whole mood of that film is fucking superb from the start right the way through. That would be one of my high recommends.
Okay. You got 9 Guests for a Crime.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard good things about it. It's just one I've never got around to.
Right.
I think it's like 1977 one, so a little bit later on.
I got plenty to dig into. This is 15 new Jolly, man, that I can check out that I haven't seen.
I say,
14 because I've seen the only one I've seen out of all of these is the Killer is Still Among Us.
Right, yeah. Like I said, I've got them all, but I've just never got around to watching all of them because there's just not enough hours in the day.
And then I got Tropic of Cancer.
Right, that's another one I've not seen.
Which is an odd name, I think.
I think Anita Steinberg's in that one.
Okay, fucking A, man. I think she's become my favorite out of all the Jolly.
I've loved her ever since I watched, Your Voice.
She's I put her above Edwidge, and I know a lot of people trip out.
I wouldn't go that far, but she's definitely up there.
I think her acting ability is better than Edwidge.
Oh god, yeah, probably right acting wise. I don't know about looks, but I kind of like Edwidge and I like Barbara Boucher probably.
Oh yeah. More. I think Barbara Boucher is better actress than Edwidge too.
Yeah, I think Edwidge is there for a body injury really, but nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But she shows she can actually act in Your Voice.
Yeah, Your Voice, she's good.
Yeah.
But so then these are the last 2 box sets I got from Pops from Alan.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's Homegrown Horrors Volume 1.
Yeah, that's one I haven't got. I'm not sure.
Fatal Exam, Beyond Dream's Door, Winter Beast.
I've never seen them. I know Fatal Exam is kind of a low budget slasher.
Yeah. Okay, so they didn't really go all out with the box. I mean, that's cool. I mean, there's nothing really. It's just kind of like some faded paint.
I think I might get that if the price comes down.
So Fatal Exam.
Yeah, it's a slasher, that one is.
Yeah. Winter Beast.
Nice.
And then Beyond Dream's Door.
God, I love that color.
That's pretty cool though. Yeah. I'm digging it. But yeah, he talked me into this one. Like he told me he had them, and I was like, well, shit, let me go ahead and grab them. Like while I'm doing it.
Yeah, like I say, you can't go wrong. Even if you don't like the films, you've got great versions anyway, extras wise and all that.
But this box, and you got this one, right? The volume 2?
Yeah.
Now this one looks a lot. I like that artwork a little better.
I got this one mainly for Moonstalker.
Yeah. I like the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So Hanging Heart, Moonstalker, and Dead Girls.
Yeah. Moonstalker is one of the great, like, cheesy. Don't go in expecting like a great film, but it's like a cheesy kind of camp slasher.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll dig it. Dead Girls, I've viewed quite a few things about. I think it's like 1990s. It's one I'm curious about. I want to watch. Hanging Heart is another one. I guess good. I've seen a few good reviews for that.
There's Dead Girls.
Yeah, the covers of that are great. But yeah, I need to watch all those Giallos and the other 2 films in this set as well.
I've seen the trailer for this. I haven't seen this one, but
it's great.
I think Dead Pit showed the trailer for this one.
Right, yeah. It's glorious, I tell you. If you just want it's really fun, dumb slasher from the 80s. I think it's like 1989.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a lot of fun with it, I think.
And this artwork's killer too, man. I'm digging that shit.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about Hanging Heart.
Yeah.
There's a podcast I listen to called Hysteria Continues.
Yeah.
And they basically covered that.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, man, that's I think that's
You've got some good fucking watching to come, man.
That was a haul. That was a hell of a haul right there.
Yeah.
Insanity.
You doing that Vinegar Syndrome sale next week at all or not?
I don't know, man. Because I got Frightmare coming up,
yeah, I know.
If there's something if it's worth it. I mean,
yeah.
If it's not worth it, like, I don't really know if there's something that I necessarily need. I don't know.
I'm going to try and pick up some of the slasher films on sale. I think they've got loads I need. I've got quite a few, but there's still, I think UK wise as well, it's like ends up like, is it $13, $14 or something like that, a movie?
What's that?
How much are the sale prices on Vinegar Syndrome in dollars?
Yeah. I don't know, man. A lot of them aren't that great of a deal. Really?
It might be $17, something like that, but it works out for £13-14 UK.
Yeah.
And man, I'm all over that shit. Plus they don't fuck you over on shipping either. Like fucking Severin fuck you over if you're in the UK. But Vinegar Syndrome is like £16-17 all in. That doesn't matter what you get. You could get a fucking 20-30 titles and it'll still be the same. So I've saved up a bit of money for that. I think I was telling you one night last week, like 150 quid and like that, 200 quid. I'll lot money for them.
Right.
Try and get a few holes from my collection.
Oh, and I showed this on Dana's stream, I finally got that in.
Oh man, that is the best version you'll get of that film.
I do like that Hooper and freaking interview though.
I know, I haven't got that, and I'm fucking desperate to see that. I was hoping someone put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I might have to just cave in and buy that as well.
I think it's worth it for that because that interview's over an hour.
I know, yeah.
That conversation, really. It's just Freaking and Hooper shooting the shit.
I can't wait to fucking see that.
Yeah. It's pretty good, man. Freaking's a trip. Anyway.
Oh, man, he's great.
And Hooper looks high. fucking, and
high as fuck. And there, lots of Dr. Pepper as well.
At the very beginning, before it starts, they're both putting their hands, I think, and they're signing their names in wet cement together in Hollywood.
Right, in Hollywood, yeah.
Right beside each other. I mean, Texas Chainsaw and Exorcist, man, fucking two of the biggest fucking horror flicks ever, so
two of the best, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But he's entertaining as fuck, Freaking.
Even now,
if you watch some of his interviews now, right, he's like, he must be well in his 80s, and the guy is fucking switched on.
He's sharp.
Yeah. He can tell you names and fucking even I couldn't remember.
I've heard some really bad shit about him from the past, though. Like, an Exorcist and shit. He was a fucking asshole, kind of.
Yeah, the way he used to shoot off guns on.
Like he slapped the shit out of the priest.
Yeah, but you think about it. Yeah.
And
but that's what makes the film work. The way he used to go about it.
But you can't do that shit anymore.
I think he fucked off Jason Miller as well with
he shot a gun.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He had a blank. He had a blank in the gun. That scene where the phone rings.
Yeah.
And it scares the shit out of him. He shot a fucking gun.
That is crazy. But who would have thought about that? The time about it. That's genius when you think about it.
Right. He got that real, effect.
Yeah. He even had a go at him, didn't he? Jason Miller turned around and said, "I'm a fucking actor, I can do it without those sort of fucking effects, like."
Right.
But he was genius.
I just watched a really good one, man, with that he To Live and Die in L.A. That's a real damn.
Yeah, he was telling me that's one again, right up there. Like I've been meaning.
And the Arrow Blu-ray looks fucking great, dude. I can't see. There's no point for me to buy that 4K.
Right.
If you don't have the Blu-ray, I guess go ahead and get the 4K. But you can get that fucking Blu-ray on an Arrow sale for fucking what, £9? I mean, that
£9. If one I've always had on my list to get, and I've never got around to it, but I'll definitely get it on the next sale. They said for sure. Right.
Well, man, I mean, that was I'm kind of glad to get those out, but I was really tripped out that I still got these fucking posters with these two releases, for that price too. That was $17.
Bloody hell, man! Those posters got to be worth that alone.
A lot of people shit on the Scream Factory posters. I don't
know why. I've never got any of those posters because Scream Factory don't do to the UK. But from what I've seen, some of those like Friday the 13th post, My Bloody Valentine, are fucking fantastic.
You can see that one, right? I got one on the Exorcist 3 poster right here.
Yeah.
And then I got Return of the Living Dead down there. You probably can't see that one, but
right. But they're really good. I love those posters, but people just, I don't know. They complain about everything, don't they?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Some people
just can't make happy,
Yeah.
Some of those people where they fucking scream at themselves in the goddamn mirror in the morning,
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. I do get why Dead Pick got a problem with them though, because for me, they're just lazy. Like they do.
Those
four things are nice to get, but there's no extras on there, like updated extras or anything.
No. I mean, they re-release shit. I get it. I understand. But when they do that sale, like this motherfucker has been $120 for a long time. 120 for these three. And so when I seen that shit, $64, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I mean, two of the films I'm not the biggest fan of, but why not complete the Halloween shit? Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even count. Like I said, I don't count the Rob Zombie shit. That shit.
No, I don't mind. Even Resurrection is not great, but I can watch it. Halloween.
I'll watch it over fucking Rob Zombie.
Oh, Rob Zombie's fucking piece of shit film.
He didn't care anyway. He didn't fucking like that shit anyway. So. No. He was getting paid. He didn't want to do that shit. So, but people will defend that shit. So, whatever.
Devil's Reject for me is his best film. I love House of
a Thousand to me. House of a Thousand. Lords of Salem.
You like
Lords of Salem? Yeah.
I couldn't get into that at all. But try.
Yeah, check it again, man. Check it again. You got Meg Foster, Dee Wallace, fucking Ken Foree.
I just watched it once and just could not get into it. So
I like the whole witch story on it. It's fucking great, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get a decent Rob Zombie film again. No. Did you see that Monsters fucking travesty?
No.
Man, that was bad.
I didn't bother. Yeah.
God,
I didn't bother with that one. Well, man, I guess unless you got anything else you want to talk about, and the chat has been going insane tonight. I'm sorry I ignored some of these comments, but I can't keep up with the chat. It's just fucking too much to carry.
There's fucking over 100 people in there last I looked.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We are joking, by the way.
Right.
No, man, I'm pretty good.
I think Holland's he's been hanging the whole time, so that's awesome, man. He's always
anyone who's watching or watches this on follow-up catch up.
But Holland's always the man. He's always there, man.
Completely appreciate it. Yeah, he seems yeah. I don't know him personally, but he seems a cool dude, man.
Right. Well, yeah, man. I guess we'll get out of here. But that was I guess episode 1 of Slashers of the Nasties. Just trying to cover the slashers out of the video Nasties.
Yeah, like I say, we're going to go through all of them eventually. Right. We're
going to try and even it up. Anthony UK wants me to. We're supposed to do, episode 2 of the video Nasty. The first one we covered the first 13 very fast, briefly, but he's more on the history of what was going on during that time in the UK and shit, and why they got banned, and then I'm kind of like just throwing my spin on the film a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I did see the first stream, like entertaining.
Yeah, man, and we do that on his channel, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, man, I guess we're gonna get out of here. And I see Chubbs. I appreciate it, man. Great stream, guys.
Oh, nice one, thank you.
Yep, and we'll be back. Supposed to be back with Gizmo and we're gonna cover some Paul Verhoeven. We're not gonna be. It's gonna be June 3rd when we do it because next weekend going to Texas Frightmare, baby. I'm hyped. It's kind of like my vacation every year, going to Texas Frightmare.
I can't fault it, man.
Right.
You'll have a great time.
Well, we're gonna get.
But we are going to try and balance things up as well. We're gonna, because we have done quite a lot of jolly stuff. Right. I know we've done the Animal Attacks, which is kind of slasher.
Yeah, kind of mixed.
But we're going to put some more slasher stuff out there. Right. I hope Dirk don't mind me saying, if anyone's interested in coming on a future stream, so I wouldn't mind getting Chris, see if he watches this later, maybe on, because what I like about him is that he's quite new to some of this stuff, and it'd be good to have his point of view as well as ours, if you know what I mean. So if he wants to come on a future one, he's welcome. Anyone really, just let Dirk know and myself.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Holland says, "Have fun at Frightmare." Yeah, man. It's gonna be a blast. It's a loaded show, man, and it always is. Like Texas does it really fucking big, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Don't forget to get a shout out as well from Barbara Steele if you can.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get Barbara Steele to give us a shout out. Maybe I'm really trying to. I'm like pressing the issue. Like I doubt I'm gonna be able to get an interview. That'd be fucking awesome.
Interview would be You might get an interview maybe on a podcast or maybe even on a stream in a later date.
Yeah.
But I can't see her doing an interview there.
She's up in age now, but she's awesome, man.
Yeah, fucking right.
The gothic queen herself, you know, like
such an iconic, beautiful lady back in the day.
Yeah, man. But man, I guess we'll get out of here and catch y'all on the next one. And thanks for hanging with us,
guys, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
Right. Y'all take care.
Shit the bed. Well, howdy, folks. Come on in.